Good morning to all the students of class 7. Today we will start a new chapter, that is chapter 4, atomic structure. Okay. So see, atom as it is smallest particle of an element which takes part in the chemical reaction but does not exist independently. The properties of an element depends on its constituent atoms. The structure of an atom, the major contribution regarding the structure of an atom given by John Dalton. This one is very important. He puts forward his atomic theory in the year 1808, which is as follows: matter is made up of atoms. Atoms are indivisible, and that means they cannot be divided further. Atoms of an element are identical, that is, they have the same size, mass, and chemical properties. Atoms of different elements are not identical, that is, they are different from each other. They have different size, mass, and chemical properties. Atoms combine in whole number ratios. Atoms can neither be created nor be destroyed. These all the points are very important, and you have to write whenever the question will arise, that write the major contributions of John Dalton. Okay. Next, see, however it was found later on that the atoms of the same element may differ from each other. Experiments also showed that the atoms are made up of three kinds of particles, that is, proton, electron, and neutron. Protons Protons are positively charged, electrons are negatively charged, and neutrons are do not carry any charges. Okay, that means they are chargeless. And the protons and the neutrons are present inside a small dense hard core called the nucleus. And the electrons move around the nucleus in fixed circular path called the energy shells, which are called the energy shells. Okay. Next, see, J.J. Thomson, an English scientist, Thomson, an English scientist, discovered the negatively charged electrons in 1897. An electron is represented as E minus. This one is very important for your short question. And electrons were found to have a mass of equal to 1 by 1840 times the mass of the hydrogen atom. Its actual mass was found to be equal to 9.1 into 10 to the power minus 31 kg. However, it was found later on that atoms of the same element may differ from each other. And the experiments also showed that the atoms carry a negative charge, and therefore it was thought that there must be a particle in an atom which carries a positive charge. Next, see, Goldstein discovered the positively charged protons in an atom. Okay, a proton is represented as P plus, and the mass of the proton was found to be equal to 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg, which is taken as one atomic mass unit. And Rutherford's model of atom is also important. Ernest Rutherford conducted a series of experiments to explain the structure of an atom in 1911. According to him, each atom consists of a small, dense, and positively charged central core called the nucleus, and the protons are present inside the nucleus. The nucleus is surrounded by a much larger region of empty space in which the negatively charged particles called the electrons are moving at a high speed. Next is Bohr's model of an atom, that is Niels Bohr. Okay. In this one, each atom is made up of small particles called the protons and electrons. Protons are positively charged and electrons are negatively charged. In the center of every atom, there is a positive core called the nucleus, and the nucleus of an atom contains protons. Negatively charged electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed circular path, which are called the energy shells, and these shells are represented as KLMNO and or 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and each shell can hold a certain number of electrons. For example, the first energy level can hold maximum 2, and the second will 8, and the third will 18, and the fourth will can hold 32. When one energy level is full, a new energy level will be started. Okay. Each shell is associated with a fixed amount of energy. The mass of an electron is negligible as compared to the mass of an atom as a whole, and the entire mass of an atom lies inside the nucleus. The energy shell closest to the nucleus possesses minimum energy. And this one is important for the short question. And do the checkpoint 1. Okay, this will be energy shells. The answer of this will be energy shells. Okay. Now see, what are molecules? A molecule is when two or more atoms combine together chemically. The smallest particle of an atom or a molecule that can exist independently is a molecule. And from here you have to give only one example, any one example, that is you can give the hydrogen or oxygen or chlorine molecule or nitrogen molecule. Okay. Now if we see what is atomicity. Atomicity means the number of the atoms. The number of the atoms that combine together to form a molecule is known as the atomicity. Okay, and on the basis of the atomicity we can distinguish the molecules into monoatomic, diatomic, triatomic, tetratomic and polyatomic molecules. What is the meaning of monoatomic? That means when a molecule will be made up of only one atom, and diatom means made up of only two atom, tri means made up of three atom, and tetra means four atom, and poly means more than four. That means infinite. Okay, and you have to give the definition and one example from diatomic, triatomic, all of this. Okay, do mark it as I have marked. Next is the molecular formula of an element. The symbolic representation of the molecular formula of an element is known as a molecular formula. That means when you have to write H2O, that means water, and you have to define it by its molecular formula, right? So it means that it contains two hydrogen molecule and one oxygen molecule, right? So H2O. And the molecule of the compound, when dissimilar atoms combine together, they form a molecule of the compound. Okay, and you have to give any one of the example. And what are radicals? A radical is an atom or a group of atoms having a charge that is either negative or positive on it. And radicals are also classified as monovalent, divalent, trivalent radicals based on the number of the electrons lost or accepted. And what are basic radicals? The radicals having the positive charge are called the basic radicals. Okay, like hydrogen ion, sodium ion. And what are acidic radicals? Acidic radicals, the radicals having negative charge are called acidic radicals. That means chloride ion, hydroxide ion, this. Ammonium chloride is NH4 plus and carbonate radical is CO3 2 minus. Okay. You don't have to read these tables. And okay, so from and the next day we will start from the atomic number. Okay. Thank you, students.